It's been a minute since I was out, but it's 5:30 in the morning and I've come to my favourite farm to do some photography. When I say it's 5:30 in the morning, that's because it's the heat of the summer. Actually, yesterday was the hottest day we've had this summer yet in the UK, and thought I'll do the sunrise. I'll come out at 5:30 in the morning. It's still about 20 degrees, which is crazy because it's this time in the morning. Anyway, I'm out here to do some wildlife and some landscape photography. And so today, the camera setup that I'm using is the Sony A7 IV. Brilliant camera, I love it. And then I've got the Sigma 24-70 on the end there. Now this doesn't give me a huge amount of zoom, but it does give me a great low light capability because it's a full frame camera. Now you'll have noticed that the lens I'm shooting with today is a 70mm lens at max, and it's 70mm 2.8 on a full frame camera, meaning I don't have any APS-C crop, for example. So when we say it's 70mm on an APS-C, like on the Canon 250D, it's actually about 50mm equivalent. So this really isn't the setup that I would normally do wildlife photography with, or anyone should really do wildlife photography with. So when I'm shooting with a 70mm on a full frame for wildlife photography, I'm looking for dramatic scenes. Now just over there, I'm going to show you the picture. I was filming, I was POVing it, but the footage was rubbish. The sky was blown out and everything. So I was shooting on a pylon over there and there was a magpie sitting on it. I was waiting for the magpie to fly off, and then the magpie jumped off and flew across, got a picture with his wings up so you can see he's flying nice. And obviously, he's only little in the photo, but then you've got the pylons and the leading lines. Take a look at it. I think this makes a really good photo because of the framing and the composition. It's such a beautiful color palette. Look at the yellows and the greens, and then the pink and the blue. I feel like we've got every color in this photo. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I've got a wood pigeon just up on the pylons again, and I'm going to go vertical so I can get him more central in the frame. And what I've got is I've got the sun hitting these plants down the bottom, giving it kind of a rich greeny yellow feel. And then up the top, I've got the wood pigeon, and I've got a plane on one side, and I've got two other birds on the other side. So what we've got is, it almost looks like this pigeon is being framed by a couple of things. Let's see if you can see this. There's the pigeon on the pylon, and then up on this side we got two more birds, and up in this corner, I don't know if you can see that, there's a little plane. Guys, I'm not kidding you. Look at this. Do you see that beautiful frame? And then we zoom in. No, come back. Look at that guy in midair, flying. You know what? Sometimes I have ideas and I think, why? Why would I do that? That'd be stupid. And sometimes I have ideas and end up getting pictures like that. Now, I think I've got a buzzard in front of me sitting on top of a tree. There's just a tree with no branch or anything. It basically just looks like a stick that goes up. And then I believe, as I say, there's a buzzard on top of it. But I'm not 100%. Now, the question is, did I bring my binoculars? I did, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna look through my binoculars. The reason being, 70mm is just not enough. This bird's too far away, so I'm gonna look and tell you what it is and see if I can get you a peek through the binoculars. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, that is definitely a buzzard. There he is. Zoom in. I think he's gone. Oh, that's so annoying. In the time it took me to get this ready, the buzzard's gone. How'd I miss that? Oh, that's so upsetting. Well, you can see where the buzzard was anyway. He was sitting there you go. Oh dear, that's not in focus. Top of that tree there with that just stick on top. It's right on that where the middle of the camera is. Now, I have a bird just up here. You know what? While I'm at it, I'm just going to keep going with this for a second. This is quite fun. I have absolutely no reason to be doing this, other than literally it's quite cool. Okay, so I'm on the iPhone 15. I believe that's a nuthatch. There he is. So we've got a nuthatch up at the top of this tree, shot on the iPhone 15 through binoculars. This is brilliant. Okay, what else can we find? I'm hearing loads of birds right now. There's a tit of some description. There he is up in this tree. Who is it? Is it a blue tit or a grey tit? I think it's blue tit. And if you've watched up until this point, it's time for me to give you some updates about what's happening in and around the channel. You see, I haven't posted for quite a while, but that doesn't mean that the channel's dead. Fear not, the channel is about to be more alive than ever. You see, I've been putting plans in place to make this channel achievable, hopefully more successful, hopefully more engaging, with a better consistency. I'm hoping you'll start to see more consistency in the uploads, but not only the regularity of it, but also the type and style of uploads. So POV videos are going to be quite a big one. Second of all, yes, you will have noticed it's a new camera. The Sony A7 IV is a new camera, and a very exciting one at that. I'm going to be producing something very exciting. Now, I can't tell you too much about it just yet, but it's to do with wildlife photography and it's to do with cameras. But as a wildlife photographer myself, I found something which was missing in the market, something that was missing when I would go out and do wildlife photography. And I've decided that I'm going to fill that gap. So I've got some pre-production things running. I've made some prototypes of what I think could be something awesome. And as I hinted to earlier in the video, I don't have a wildlife lens. This 24-70 is currently the only working lens that I have. And because of that, I'm not able to do the photography, the wildlife photography that I used to be able to do. Now, fear not, as I say, my plan is to get another 600mm lens, and I hope that that plan will come sooner rather than later. So my plea to you is hit that subscribe button. For every subscriber that we gain from these videos where I talk about getting this new lens, I'm going to add £1 to the saving pot. So if 1,000 of you guys subscribe because of this, that means we'll have £1,000 to put towards our wildlife lens. But in the meantime, I don't want you to think that wildlife photography has stopped. As you can see, I'm out here in nature and I'm with my 70mm and I'm making it work. We've got some photos. The advantage of the Sony A7 IV is that it's got a good crop. 33 megapixel sensor, full frame, you've got a good crop in there. And so we can still do wildlife photography, and I'm leaning into capturing wildlife in a beautiful scene. So I don't want you guys to freak out. There's a few updates on what's going to be happening. Please subscribe if you haven't already. There's about 97% of you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, and I don't know why. I mean, do you hate me? What's going on, you know? Why miss out, guys? We're going into the brand new chapter. We're starting off fresh. I'm actually going on a road trip in a couple of weeks' time, somewhere pretty cool, and I'll be filming that, going to some pretty awesome places for wildlife and for landscapes, and I'm super excited. That's enough from me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been exciting to be out on a sunrise, and it's been nice to enjoy the cool weather. I've been able to wear a jumper. It feels outrageous in this summer here in the UK.